Yes, it is. What is going on, Casually FC? Welcome to another reaction to the game. I am your host, Marshall DBX, accompanied with Real Chris. Guys, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment down below. Let us know you're here. Super chat donations are open for you guys as well. But let's get right into it. What a game. It's 2 games in a row now that we've kept a clean sheet, and 2 games in a row now where we looked really good. To start things off, Havertz opened up the game with a well-placed header, another one in the books for Havertz when it comes to heading ability. And then the second goal came from the man that has been heavily criticized by the fan base, by us here on the channel as well, and who has many eyes on him, Christian Pulisic, scoring the second goal from a pretty convincing. Both goals were actually pretty convincing open play assists from Mason Mount, who we will talk about again later in the show. Christian Pulisic getting a very beautiful goal as well. Lion Eye celebration. You love to see it. And then 5 minutes before the game ends, another wonderful, pretty much a self-made goal from Armando Broja. You absolutely love to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Let's start things off by talking about the overall thoughts on the game. For me, to start things off, I thought we played fantastic. It was great to see our attack doing... Look, there's obviously a few amount of missed opportunities that we saw, but there was a good amount of attacking play, creativity, chances created. If we had Auba there to finish things off, I'm sure we would have scored a lot more goals as well. So you love to see it. It was really well played. Our attack looked great. Midfield wise, Loftus looked good, but I gotta say, Jorghino, not his best game. Arguably, probably one of his worst, if you had asked me. And defensively, we're looking really solid. Kalidou Koulibaly looking like a fucking brick house back there again, like he should. Thiago Silva finally gets a break. Azpi actually playing a fantastic game, which you love to see as well. And a little bit of a bonus analysis from the game here as well. Diego Costa walking off on a standing ovation. That was one of the more beautiful things that I love to see.
He left us.
It was deserved. Come on, man. It was deserved. Real Chris, what are your thoughts on
the
the
game,
man?
He left us for money. Yeah, like you said, I think it's a great... I didn't honestly expect to be this good with the lineup we started off with, because I didn't mind the lineup, but I didn't think we'll play this well. We actually played... First half, we played brilliantly. Second half is a bit iffy, but we got the goals still in the second half as well. So yeah, like we played really well, considering we had like Azpi playing. You know, people like lost trust of Azpi. His legs are gone, but his legs ain't gone. Just don't play him every game, and you get a good Azpi, in my opinion. But yeah, like I thought Azpi is brilliant. Ruben was good. Jorghino, yeah, it's kind of an off game for me for Ruben, but yeah, like
for Jorghino, you mean?
Yeah, this terrorist formation did create a lot of attacks.
Terrorist formation.
Well, that's what everybody says. Like, we play back three as a terrorist formation, but yeah, we created a lot of chances to him. Mason Mount as well. Like his I wouldn't say his balls, but like, yeah, not say that. He created a few good chances. Mason Mount, yeah, a couple good crosses. He's putting his head up a lot. I thought he's really good today, Mason Mount. I think he's getting a bit better now. So that's good to see. Cucurella, Cucurella now, like he's performing every game he plays, and I don't think he's had a bad game really. But yeah, Cucurella looked good. I'm not sure where Cucurella played. It looked like he played left centre back and then left wing back sometimes. He's pushing up. But yeah, I thought it was a great performance. Kepa again, I thought Kepa's doing well. He ain't putting a foot wrong really. So yeah, Kepa's doing well. Chalobah as well. I think Chalobah's like looking good again. He had a bit of a shaky second. Last season he was a bit shaky, but he's looking good under Potter. So yeah, Pulisic got a goal. Happy for him. Get some more goals, Pulisic. Chelsea fans will forget about your book if you get more goals. So yeah, I'm happy today. With the performance today.
So yeah, I'm glad you brought this up. I want to start things off by talking about the defense, right? The 2 that we saw in the pivot, or I guess whatever it was kind of hard to distinguish, like you said.
What, the DMs?
Not the DMs. I'm
The
sorry,
center
not
backs.
the pivot. The center backs. I'm
Are
still
you
pairings. I'm
sleepy?
sorry. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not. You are though.
Yeah,
But,
I am.
the center back pairings that we saw today, it was a little weird. At times, it was three in the back with. It looked like Koulibaly in the middle, Cucurella to the left of him, and Chalobah to the right of him. But at times it did look like 4-2-2-2-2.
4-2-2-2. Just say 4-2-2-2, man.
4-2-2-2. Yeah, I'll just say that. So it was very interesting formation. I'm not gonna lie. So far, what I do like about Potter is the versatility in formation and all that in formations and all that. It's been nice to see. Some games you play the 3, some games you play the 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. This game we're playing a 4-2-2-2 and sometimes the 3 in the back. Like it's really nice to see that flexibility. That's the flexibility that I kind of wanted to see from Tuchel, which we didn't get too often. But back to what I was saying.
Tuchel, though, still.
Yeah, just not as often as like we've seen now with Potter. But back to the center back pairing. Look, I got to give it to Chalobah. He has stepped up. I know a lot of people haven't rated him very often over the past few months. I know there's certain individuals who like to slander him a little bit, saying he's not good enough for Chelsea. Which, look, at his age to be doing what he's doing, I gotta give him his flowers. The other thing, Koulibaly, I'm glad he's picking up form. He is the guy that I expect to replace Silva when Silva is done. When Silva finally hangs up the boots for Chelsea, I think Koulibaly has to be that guy that steps up and takes that mantle, because we've seen it today. Like, he came up to the pitch sometimes, and he almost got an assist for someone's play. Do you remember what play that was, Chris? Where he tackled the player?
Was it the first half one?
Second half, he won the ball really high up the pitch, and then one of our players just didn't.
I may Mystic had to do something second half, I think.
Oh, that's fine. But yeah, so him having this ability to create plays and pass the ball forward and move it forward, it's just, you love to see it.
I think that's the beauty about the back. Yeah, I think that's the beauty about back 3.
By the way, ladies and gents, as for the panel, I'm not sure who's showing up today, but you guys are more than welcome to join the stream. I'm leaving the link for the StreamYard pinned up above. So if you want to join stream, come on ahead.
Maybe I get my main account to join this account as well. Uncancelable Chris.
All right, but what were you saying, Chris, about Chalobah and Koulibaly?
Well, yeah,
and Cucurella too. Why not?
You talk about like how Koulibaly pushing up. I think that's the beauty about back 3. Centre backs like Koulibaly, whoever can push up, and still two centre backs sitting back. So I do that's why you see like defenders pushing up, and Koulibaly can create a chance, and Koulibaly can score. He can even assist. He's got a good pass on him. So yeah, I didn't see it, but I believe you. I believe Koulibaly. But yeah, I thought that was brilliant. Chalobah again, he's showing like maybe the maturity. He's learning from like last season. He made a few mistakes last season. And I think most Chelsea fans, and I said myself, he's gonna make mistakes. He's 22 years. Yeah, 22 years old. Yeah, so he's gonna make mistakes. You expect young players to make mistakes, but you expect him to improve like season in, season out. Next season, just keep coming better and better, and you just have patience for it.
And you know what, Chris? I'm glad you brought that up, because like even we here can admit that like we rate Fofana. We think Fofana is one of the best in the world, right?
I don't rate him.
Chris?
Yeah, well, it's a bit iffy with him.
Okay, well, my point with Fofana is that even he makes mistakes, and he's young. You got to say, like, in the Prem, I'll keep it simple, Chris. In the Prem, he's one of the best center backs.
He showed it. Yes, he's definitely showed it.
Chris, I feel like you're not agreeing with me. What's going on, Chris?
No,
Chris. Are we going backstage, Chris? Chris, we gotta go. Chris, we gotta. Chris.
Let's go backstage.
Backstage, Chris.
Let's go backstage.
Backstage, Chris.
I don't know to call him one of the best yet, because
in the Prem.
Yes, it's still in the Prem. There's a lot of centre backs out there. Even maybe Martinez might be better than him, because Martinez is a very good centre back. You've got Varane, you got Davis, you got Diaz and all that shit. You got even Saliba, all those defenders. So Yeah, like I don't know. Sleep. Okay, he isn't one of the best yet, I don't think. But I think he's a good young centre back. Yes, that price tag is hefty, and that's why I'm concerned a little bit. But yeah, he's had good. He's played. I think he's played well so far at Chelsea. I'm quite calm with him. I'm not going to like overhype him. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to overhype. You remember Maguire, 70, 80 million. He got overhyped and everything. I don't want to do that.
That was Maguire though.
Yeah, that's Maguire. We could say that in a couple of years. That's Fofana.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that. Hassan, welcome. Oh, never mind. Hassan winning last.
Hassan, you got scared.
So the thing is, there it is. Andrew's here. He made it. He got a better. Hassan evolved into an Andrew. There you go. But my point being is that like we've seen Fofana play before this price was set on him, and also part of the reason is that he has such a long contract at Leicester. Yeah. Fofana still looked a lot better than Maguire ever has in his career. That's just my opinion, and I think most of us here in the Casually FC channel and the chat can agree with that. So I don't know. I feel like from the jump, I've always seen Maguire have bad plays and bad games and all that stuff. So I don't know. And then to value him at whatever, how much was he, Chris? 80 million pounds or 70 million pounds when
69.
It was 69?
It was 69.
Wait, I thought you were joking.
You're being immature, Marshall. Stop it.
Okay, so 69 million pounds, whatever the fuck. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think that's an unfair comparison, Chris. But my point being is that defense today with Koulibaly and Chalobah and Cucurella at times too at the 3 in the back looked very solid. Even Cucurella today had a brilliant block early in the game, which you called out.
He's attacking well.
Attacking was phenomenal as well, and it was something we were missing with Chilwell. I don't know what it is with Chilwell. Again, it could be the knee, it could be not having consistent run of games, it could be a multitude of factors, right? Different system, different manager. So we'll see what's going to happen with Chilwell. Andrew, now that you're here, brother, what are your thoughts on the game overall?
I have no complaints about that game.
Same here.
Two good games in a row, right?
I have nothing. That game was, you know what? Let me start. My only complaint is you fools complaining online about the starting lineup. You're in the mud now, aren't you? Yeah, you're in the mud now.
Yeah.
And maybe let me be fair. Maybe there was some in me going, maybe I'm not sure. 7 changes, but I liked it from the start. I thought we were on the front foot. We were creating half chances. We've been dominant, creating half chances. Pulisic had that, Jorghino had a shot save, Pulisic had that long shot save, and then we scored, which I thought really changed. Obviously, it changed the game. I thought it changed Potter's mindset for the second half, because he probably, going into 0-0, he probably thought, man, I'm going to have to bring a couple of people on I didn't want to, maybe bring Sterling on, Aubameyang, whatever. But then we went in, they had a brief 5-10 minute period at the start of the second half, where they were just whipping the ball in, and nothing was really happening. And then we scored the second, and then we were dominant from then. I thought there's no one who had a bad performance. Even those who came on, I can't even I don't want to ever say that, but there's no one I can dig out and go, yeah, well, he really negatively affected the game. I thought Conor Gallagher had a very good game, but obviously people go to G&A first, which he didn't have. I thought it was very good throughout.
They can watch the game.
Yeah, I know. I thought Pulisic, the real difference with Pulisic today, that not only was he making himself more available, but the actual teammates were trying to find him, which was a lot different than it had been before. I thought Ruben played well. I thought Jorghino played well. Like you say, the defending, one-on-one defending was brilliant. They weren't getting past us. They had their best success crossing it in. I thought Azpi played well today. Mount obviously played well today, 2 assists. So hopefully he goes on and starts building more and more. And I think most important today was probably Armando Broja's goal. Took it with his left foot first, moved it across the box and hit it with his right. And no injuries. And not having to bring on Sterling or Aubameyang. Knowing that
that was a good positive.
Completely rested Thiago Silva as well.
Yeah.
Even though I
thought as days go, it was pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah, I think
it's not like, oh my god, so all of this football was very good. It was a good, solid performance. It was very good. It was, I wasn't bored.
Even when I forgot to mention Kovacic when he came on, he did a really good thing to Broja.
Yeah.
And
He got the
people say
assist for
Kovacic
Broja.
can't. Yeah. People say Kovacic can't do it. He can actually ping a ball, even for a priest that's like to cross it to Reece James and he crosses it and something like that. He can actually ping a ball if like he sees someone running. So yeah, I thought Kovacic did a really good ball to Broja, but Broja is finishing. Better, I think he might be a better finisher than Kai Havertz, because Kai Havertz does no power, no driven. But yeah, at least Kai Havertz got a goal today as well with his head, what he's actually good with.
Yeah. Hassan, welcome to the stream, brother. What are your thoughts on the overall game, man? How'd you feel about it?
Hello, can you guys hear me? I'm not lagging or anything like I was in Discord.
You're good. You're good.
Oh, yeah. My thoughts on the game. I did a question the lineup. I thought, well, I did a little, but the only reason why I did it, I was kind of shocked, because I was expecting Potter to experiment. And what I mean by that is I thought he was gonna play the league, focus on the league, and experiment the Champions League. But no, he's taking both competitions quite seriously, and this is a good thing for me. And there was barely any negatives today. I think the only negative you would say is we didn't really convert our chances in the first half. I feel like a lot of people would have complained if the Havertz goal never went in, saying that we missed chances and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of the frustrations went after that goal. I think it was a nice, easy win. It's nice to see Costa back. I think he deserved a standing ovation. Because let's be honest, it was criminal. Conte did what Conte didn't, sabotage. And it's nice to see him back. But other than that, I think we finally have back-to-back games where we actually scored 3 goals. It's been ages. Kepa's got back-to-back clean sheets, and there's nothing really much to say besides, obviously, the obvious weaknesses will be addressed in the transfer window. I don't want to be seen as negative, but I think we've taken our chances today, and it could have been a lot more than it was.
Yeah, so, on that point too, Hassan, while I have you here, I know when Potter first came in, you were very hesitant. You were very cautious about, being optimistic about it all, and, eyes on Bowley and all that stuff. Would you say, as of right now, as of these last 3-4 games that Potter's had, is your view on Potter starting to take a 180 kind of? Are you more optimistic about
I wouldn't
it
say it's a 180. I'm saying he's doing a good job. He's doing what he's promised, which is doing a good football. But my only question mark is the longevity, and I don't trust these players. And as rightly so, because they've thrown.
Yeah, because we missed a bunch of opportunities today. We had the same issues that we've had for under Tuchel. We're still having it today.
It's just that extra bounce, you know what I mean? I don't want to sound negative, but I've just lost my emotions. I'm done defending these players, defending the manager, blah blah blah. If they can throw the manager, which I was willing to give a long-term option to, under the bus, why should I trust these players again? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, it's shame on me. I like what Potter's doing, but it's just a question mark on the player power. Will they do it long run? Because we've seen this under Tuchel, and it's deja vu, where players are clicking, pressing, and we just need to get rid of these shit, man.
So let me propose another talking point about today's game for you gentlemen on the panel. And by the way, everyone watching, a few of you, make sure you're smashing that like button. Azpi played today. He hasn't played in a very long time. Well, not a very long time. He hadn't played since the Salzburg game, right, gentlemen? Yeah. So that was about 2 weeks ago, give or take. Showed up today as a right wing back. I was kind of nervous about it, I'm not going to lie. But he played a really good game. Offensively looked good. Defensively, pretty sound. Can't really make too many complaints. I understand why he was benched to begin with. He wasn't looking in good form. Maybe exhausted, maybe burnt out. I was surprised he even played 90 minutes today, Andrew. It was very shocking to even have seen
We won't
that.
see him for another month, though.
We won't see him for another, maybe 2 weeks or something like that. Maybe.
But he's played a Premier League game. I remember the last stream we were kind of talking about how we probably won't be seeing Azpi until cup games.
If we do see him, we will only see him for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. He does for back-to-back games. It's a bit suicide. I think he's at the
obviously.
age
Let's
where
not do
he
back-to-back.
himself has realized that, all right, my legs are not as they used to be. And right backs, like in modern game, right backs are one of the most demanding besides midfielders.
Yeah, it just blew my mind because even today, like we saw him at points, like just running the ball up the field, full sprint, like just wow, like Azpi's like really attacking.
There's actually a moment when he actually like fully sprinted like across into the box. And he looked so quick. I was thinking, who's this man? He just needed a break, I think, and that's all he needs. And just don't overplay the guy because he can't. He can whip an across. He can pass it. He's not. I don't think he's ever gonna lose that type of stuff really. But like his legs have been gone for like a good while, so it's nice to see a good Azpi again. I like seeing that. So yeah, like play him like this, like every 2-3 weeks, a month, whatever. Let him have the break.
Yeah, Daniel, my man, welcome to the channel. What are your thoughts on Azpi today, man? What'd you think? Were you happy to see him actually, like, play well today?
Yeah, I like to see all the players play well. It's good to see him playing well.
Do you think it was the rest? Do you think what was it that was kind of because I mean I'm sure you can admit like probably prior to this game, Azpi was looking a little shaky. Were you nervous when you saw Azpi on that lineup?
No, just got to believe in the manager and what he's trying to do.
Fair enough. Answered like a true manager in the press conference there.
You answered more like Holland.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
All right.
But yeah, like overall, like I was pretty goddamn happy with Azpi's performance. It's good to see. I agree with what you guys are saying. You can't be playing him constantly. Got to rotate him and give him his rest. If he's playing against Milan, I'm gonna get nervous because again, two big games in a row like that, it just can't have it. I will say, and Andrew, I wanna bring this over to you. Jorghino today, I think I'm not gonna lie. I think today Jorghino had one of his worst games. I don't know if I agree that he had a good game. Yeah, I mean he
was pretty good.
I thought he had some moments where he had some decent tackles, but I feel like whenever Wolves were attacking us, they were just going all around him. They were just getting right past him like he was just standing there doing nothing. I don't know. Do you feel like you really not feel like you didn't see that he was just kind of just spectator kind of? There wasn't really that many pass forward with him either.
I don't think they got like ran through the middle of us at all. I say their best chances were out wide when they crossed it in. I actually thought he played a little bit further up the field. That's why he did
have that one shot, right?
That shot off. I thought he did. I really didn't think, like I said, I don't think anyone played badly at all today. I thought everyone played good. I didn't think that he got bypassed or anyone really. They didn't, like I said, I can't remember them making any inroads through the middle like that at all. Maybe they passed sideways to get to the wing. Maybe that was it. But through the middle, I didn't think they did anything really to us. We didn't. No, I disagree. I thought he played good. There was no, put a few good tackles in, passing it more forward than he had done before. I mean, he got I think he had like 94% passing accuracy today.
Did he really?
Yeah. So.
Let me check his SOFA score.
That's what someone told me on another stream I was just on. I didn't check it myself because I don't really care.
But, I'm curious.
But no, I don't. It's just someone told me. No, I thought the midfield was compact. I thought it was did its job well protecting the back four. I got to be honest with you, and we beat them, so we can only beat them for them. I don't think Wolves were that good. I told you, you can tell why they're struggling at this moment in time. But yeah, I thought Wolves' best chances were out wide, and they didn't do anything through the middle for me. So.
I mean, Hassan or Chris, do you guys think Jorghino had a good game? Because to me personally, I didn't think he set really a foot wrong, but there were moments where I was like, Jorghino, come on, you missed that tackle. Jorghino, what was that pass? Or like,
sorry about that. Finish off what you said.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this is why I said the problems or the weaknesses that I said was gonna be dealt with the transfer window. I feel like this is what Jorghino does. He knows what he's doing. He's practically Alonso but as a DM. That's the best way I can put it as. Like, he knows what he's meant to do, but he's just too slow. He's just too slow to do it. And this is not me shitting on Jorginho or anything like that, but I just think he'll probably be on his way. And the fact that Bowley and the hierarchy are all seeing this type of problem, but Twitter.com is saying another thing. I mean, if a baseball type of people are seeing the problems that half of our fan base is complaining about, then it is a problem, because like it's just like we both gotta, whether Andrew agrees to disagree, I think he will be gone whether we like it or not, and I think Alvarez will be his replacement.
That's the thing. Well, if you read the report yesterday, Potter doesn't see Alvarez as his type of player.
No, so was that a Bowley
doesn't?
thing?
But I don't know. But I was just focusing on the game, not focusing on Jorginho's future. I was on the stream with Daniel. I can't remember us saying anything negatively about Jorginho, Daniel. I don't know if you did and I missed it, but
I think Jorginho
I don't
played
know.
well today.
Really don't.
I'm not the
I
biggest
really
fan of
don't see-
Jorginho, so I think he played well.
No one played. There was no negatives today for me at all. You might say, we could have finished, but I've seen us hit 20 shots in the game before and not score. So to score 3, it's fine. And I don't think anyone played badly at all today. Even the sub, even Ziyech coming on wasn't a negative, and that usually is. But even he didn't impact negatively, so I don't see any issues with any players.
So chat, what we're seeing right now is Andrew exposing me for clutching at straws.
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
You're not really clutching at straws,
We
but
just watching the game differently, maybe.
I think you're identifying what the fan base does identify, that is transitioning. Like he's not really good at from going offense to defense, because he's just out of the pace.
Was excellent. I thought a transition was excellent today. It was faster.
I think
than it had been.
today.
I think he's on about Andrew. You know, when we're on the defense and Jorginho's
Let me explain what I'm on about. Let me explain what I'm on about. Because I'm looking at the stats, and Andrew's absolutely right. His passing accuracy is 93%. 58 passes attempted, 54 were completed, 93%. But what I think I noticed today was that he lost possession quite a few times, and for Jorginho to lose possession, which is the reason like I watch Jorginho and I praise him so much, is that possession. He lost possession 8 times today. So I think that's why that's why when people say eye test all this shit, your eyes can deceive you. Like you can be looking for certain things in a player's game that other players don't look for. So I wasn't necessarily looking at Jorginho's passing today. I was looking at his possession, and that's why for me, Jorginho didn't necessarily have a good game because he lost possession 8 times overall today, when that's his strongest suit. But then again, you guys are right. He didn't actually have a bad game, to be fair.
Whether he lost possession and then what happened is we quickly got it back may have hidden some of those things. That was probably it. But I don't remember. Because I was on it, I was watching it with Daniel. We were on Sarcasm City. Big up to them.
Yeah. Big up Sarcasm City. Link in the description. Go check them out.
I was watching it, and I don't remember during the night. And I was on mute for some of it because I was ahead in parts of the game, so I didn't want to spoil it. But I don't remember myself hardly going, "Oh, why did you give that ball?" Stuff like that. I don't. Maybe it's because it was recovered quickly from someone else.
I think that does help a lot,
maybe
especially.
It didn't really. So. The bit was where he did lose, but if he did lose possession, it didn't negatively affect us.
So. Yeah, and on the topic of the midfield, I gotta say, Ruben Loftus-Cheek once again in that DM position that's made me so nervous for so long, proving a lot of fans wrong. Just like a lot of fans that were worried about the lineup. I wasn't necessarily worried about the lineup. I know, I don't know if you guys remember this. When Tuchel first came in, how often the fans would react to the lineup and be worried about the lineup. And I know us, especially here when we were KH, Andrew, me, you, Chris, all of us would just be calm about it because Tuchel couldn't get a lineup wrong. It wasn't until like this season or after the Real Madrid game or the Chilwell injury where we started really criticizing that lineup. I think we're all in the same boat again, where so far Potter's lineups have been working out. Not worried about it. And so now when I see Ruben in that DM position, I'm not that worried about it. And you know what? He proved it again today. He played a solid game as a midfielder. I don't know what you guys think about that.
I agree. Let me just finish on the Jorginho thing. He's not starting Tuesday. He's not starting Tuesday.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
No, he's not starting Tuesday. No, he's not starting Tuesday. But this one, like I said, when I was like seeing the lineup and the heads exploding today, it was like, I just wait for the game to happen, right? Because Potter was on a a loser. Well, it wasn't a loser no matter what, right? Because say if we played near enough the same team against Milan, what if one of those players gets injured? The response would be, "Why didn't you rest him? Why did you?" Now it was,
Small game, English manager, Harry Potter, this.
Why did you? Now it was before the game. Why didn't you carry on with the same players? It's like we got a game on Tuesday, you fools. So he looks a genius. He looks an absolute genius by the 7 changes because 2 of those starting scored. So he looks a genius for that, and his subs are good because one of them scored as well. So
the funniest thing is
back to the lineup thing, and like people say, I don't react to it anymore. I just wait and see because there's no point. Because listen, you're either going to be right or wrong.
Even though I don't rate Potter, I'm like you. Just wait and see.
Wait and see.
You don't rate.
Like, did anyone expect the lineup or how we? I don't think anyone predicted us to play 3 at the back against Milan, or the way we lined up as well.
Nope.
So I'll just wait and see. You know.
I'm literally like, I was gonna say I'm literally like the same with like the lineups because it reminds it you know that, like him making 7 changes. You know when I was saying on Discord when Tuchel first came in, he's making like a lot of changes, and Chelsea fans again they would say, why is he doing this? Why? And I wish Tuchel kept like that way to like near the end, but maybe his hands a bit tied because of injuries. But I like when managers do that because like they're thinking of players and all that, and you know if they do get
Thiago Silva had a cold against Milan, so
they're cold.
Yeah, cold. Yeah,
Oh.
against Milan.
Man was sneezing on Leao.
AC would never do that. He'd be like taking 2 weeks off or something. But
Let's
yeah,
not
like
throw AC under the bus.
I don't know if people think it's like Football Manager or FIFA. So you can't make that many changes. It's crazy, but no, you do it. Like I think Pep does the same as well. Like a lot of times as well, he makes a lot of changes. Maybe because he's got a better squad and all that. But like, managers do this. Like, we'll play 9 games in October.
Play 13.
13, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Between now and the World Cup starts, we'll play 13.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think I looked at the calendar, like, through all the way from the start of October. God damn, Andrew, you got Silver's illness.
It's 10.
I think I looked at it as 9 games, and that's just a crazy amount for 1 month. So, like, you gotta make changes, and you know, he's thinking of we gotta win our games in the Champions League too.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing if we go to Europa League or something. So yeah, like I understand it, and it's a good thing. I completely back it when Tuchel did it, and I completely back it when Potter does it as well because it's a normal thing for me.
And the other thing too, being that it's not like we're playing bad or barely winning these games with all these 7 changes. Ruben in the DM, whatever the hell, we just won 2 games in a row, 3-0, boys. With Ruben Loftus' cheek. 3 games in a row, and 2 of them with a clean sheet. Yeah. Like that just goes to prove that there's something that Potter's got. You know, he's got it nailed down. He's getting these players to play and to show up.
Hey, Marshall, how weird is Ruben?
What's going on, Kalidou?
How weird of a player is Ruben? He's so
very weird. But here's the thing, Carlito. I, at no point, since last season, since he came back, right? I at no point doubted that this player had potential to be good and that he could play well. I doubted him in the number 6,
brother.
But I do see him as a utility player. You can play him at the left wing back. You can play him as a cam. Man, if you want to put him as a goalkeeper, he'll probably do it. It's at that point that I see Ruben.
He has so much quality and appropriate intelligence. Like this guy is a good footballer. Yeah. I don't even know if he even understands himself, but I think Potter understands him. And dude, this guy, the last 2 games, 3-0, 3-0. How can you fucking deny it? The guy has been integral in those wins. He's been awesome. How can you deny it, Marshall? You can't, you handsome son of a bitch. Just like Ruben, you can't deny it. You can't deny
it. Oh, I appreciate it.
No. So, look, I'm not going to stay on long, but I want to, Marshall, I want to talk to you about Conor Gallagher.
Honestly, let's transition into that because, Carlito, how many times did people tell us that Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher cannot play in the same lineup?
So, It's funny you ask because I don't listen to what anybody says. The only opinion that I care about is my own, and that's a selfish thing to say, but at least I'm honest about it.
It's American as fuck. That's what it is.
No. It's Carlito as fuck. That's what it is. I'm not a Mason Mount fan, but the way that Conor Gallagher expressed himself today, and the way that look, I hate the cliche. Oh, you met the moment. You're meeting the moment, because it's so overused. It's so boring. But I have to be cliche in this, Marshall. He really did meet the moment. Yeah, he was absolutely sensational today. And I don't want to be WWE promoter about this, but I have to say that this fucking guy, dude, Conor Gallagher, this young man, he was so on it today, dude. It wasn't just his on-ball movement, it was his softball movement. He was pressing. He gave a shit. Like, he really gave a shit. He wanted to prove it to Potter, and you got to give credit to Potter because Potter's got, Jorghino and the great players from the women's team sitting around talking about yoga. Potter is listening to these guys, and he is learning what these guys want, what their dreams are, what their aspirations are, their goals, and everything. And you can just see it in Conor Gallagher today. He was like, fuck, I am going to have a banger game. And he did. He fucking did, dude. Player of the game. He was unbelievable. He was so on it. And I felt inspired watching him. This is why we watch sports, dude. Because of the performance of Conor Gallagher today. Because he was so inspiring.
Yeah.
He was.
No, for sure.
He was.
Guys, I'll go. Look, this isn't me being a Mason Mount hater or anything.
I'm the Mason Mount hater. You are not.
If Mason didn't get those 2 assists today, I think easily Gallagher was man of the match for me. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
I think what this game demonstrates is that not everything's about GNA. Everything's about GNA. You can have a good game without posting a goal or an assist. I think I said it to Carlito / Ryan on Uncle Jester's channel that he showed both sides of his game today. In the first half, he was more attacking. He was higher up the pitch, but then he showed his defensive side as well. I thought he was excellent today.
Yeah,
those tackles that he had today.
Yeah, I just thought his passing was good. His anticipation of where his opponent was. It's just his positioning. His crossing was good. I just thought he had a very, very. That's what I mean. I thought everyone had a good game today. There's no, you want to say that, we should have scored more. Yeah, probably you're right, but I can't really dunk on anyone. It's like I don't want to, but there's nothing there that I can go, oh man, well.
Andrew, I mean, you're totally on it, and the funny part about it is that on YouTube we do these shows, we do these channels, we want to criticize. I can't today, Marshall. I can't, buddy.
It's hard.
I can't today because. Let me tell you something. The team is playing for this manager.
Yeah.
The team understands this manager, and the manager understands what these players want. And we're rolling, dude. So all these guys on fucking social media and on YouTube saying that we're out of the Champions League and we're out of the title race and we're out of all the cups. That is bullshit, Marshall. That is bullshit. We are right back in it. We are right back in it. We are inspired. We have confidence, and I just feel like we're just getting started, dude. We're just getting started, and we didn't even play our best player today, Reece James. We didn't even play him hardly at all. Like, come on, we're just getting started, dude. So all these guys that want to talk about malaise and all, we're so fucked. We're not fucked at all. What are you talking about?
No, he's right.
Yeah,
he's right. That was the best bit.
We have turned it around completely, and I love to see it. Like, I know a few of us had our reservations on Graham Potter. I wasn't one of them. I know he's a proper manager, and I know he can get this team to perform. It's just a matter of waiting, right? But on to the Gallagher discussion and Mason Mount specifically. Look, this isn't me trying to criticize him at all. I do just want to ask overall opinions on what you guys saw versus what I saw, because like we just did this with Jorghino. To me, Mason Mount, like, Good. He played a great game. Probably his best game of the season. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah,
Probably his
but
best game of the season.
that's not that hard.
But what I will say is that the only reason I'm saying that is because of the assists. I feel like outside of those assists, I'm not sure if Mason Mount was really that present or a force to be reckoned with on that pitch. And I don't know if you guys see it the way I see it, or maybe I'm just wrong.
I'll use the same thing as I did with Jorghino. I was on with Daniel. I can't remember going, Mason, what are you doing for any of that? Even for assist. I'm sorry, I've done it previously this season, so I know I've done. What it was, it reminded me sort of before the Ivor assist. It was sort of like his game on Wednesday.
Yeah,
where he was.
Okay.
He was.
Okay.
He was. That's what I mean. It's like players can have good games without getting GNA, like Gallagher did, right? I thought Mount applied himself as a role he should have, deeper on Wednesday, but he was higher up today. I thought he was effective in everything that he did, passing the ball on, making movements, stuff like that. And he added the assist today. The second one's a great assist.
Yeah, that second one was a great assist.
And I just thought, yeah, like I said, there's nothing I don't want to criticize. I'm not looking for any. I'm not being.
And Andrew, we're not saying you are criticizing him.
No. I'm just trying to make sure anyone is this. I'm not one of these ones that no one can do no wrong. Everyone knows that. But I thought he was. I thought, like I said, I thought he was part of an all-around brilliant collective effort today.
Marshall, I have to say, I'm just not a Mason Mount fan. I don't think that.
Fair enough.
Look. I don't think that running hard and pressing is some substantial prerequisite. I just don't think. I think that is the minimal amount of effort that you can do. Oh, I run hard, I press, dude, you're getting paid $150,000 a week. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Of course you can run. That's not a skill, that's a choice. And I don't think it's also something that should allow him to start every game. I don't. With that being said, I thought he was good today. I'm just being honest. Yeah. I thought he was good today.
Yeah. This is what I mean. If Mason Mount can continue to have good games, then I don't mind him being on a lineup at all. Be effective. Get those simple. Keep it simple. Get those assists. That you don't shoot every pass that we were seeing. At one point, we were seeing that every single through ball, whatever, was just basically a shot on the ground or like a volley or something. Like it was almost like not even a pass, right? But today, that assist to Pulisic, and we're gonna get on Pulisic next. That assist to Pulisic was fantastic, and the way Pulisic played it off, you love to see it. Now.
Marshall, before you go on to Pulisic, because I gotta go.
Yes. Go for it.
Look, by the way, you do a great job. This show is awesome. And
thank you.
If anyone doesn't like Marshall, go fuck yourself.
You're going to jail. Backstage.
Find a hype man like Carlito, man.
But I have to say,
go for it.
This team has inspired me, and I just feel like 3-0-3-0 is really good, but it doesn't mean that Mason Mount should start, motherfucker! All right, see you, buddy.
Wow. Carlito, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate
it. He's offside. I thought it was 2-0 there.
What's the score of that game, by the way?
It's 1-0 still. It's 1-0 to Spurs.
1-0 Spurs?
Oh, Spurs. I think I by you, Nick.
Oh, that's 1-0.
3-0, I think.
That's 2 I just looked.
Oh, 2. Michelle, I've got 2 assists.
Okay. Son's offside. But what we were talking about, Pulisic. So I think. Let go on, guys, because someone else.
Because you guys talking about Mason Mount, I'm not sure because he hasn't played every game now. He's been kind of benched and all that. I think that's kind of helped. Like with the Azpi situation, not the same situation. It's not exactly the same situation, but Mason Mount has been overused and all that. And I think Mason Mount this past and in general was a bit better. Well, yeah, definitely better and normal. And obviously got his 2 assists, what helped get man of the match, like you said, Andrew. They was great assists, I thought, as well. But yeah, I just want to make a little piece on that. Benching or whatever rotation, giving a player rest is always good for the player anyway.
Yeah, you're right, because he's good. Listen, I don't think he could start the rest of it, like every single game coming up. He'll probably start Tuesday. We've got 5-day rest then in between, 5 days in between the game against Villa. Then we've got Brentford the Wednesday after. Then we've got Manchester United the Saturday evening after that. And I can't remember who's after that. We've probably got a Champions League game midweek or something like that. But he's not going to start every game.
I don't want him to either. As good as he is, as good as he's been, right? As good as he's been in the last 2 games, I don't want him to start every game because then we get the Mason Mount of earlier this season, the burnt out Mason Mount, and I don't want that.
You could now what probably he might start the next 2 games only because there's 5 days in between the Milan game and the Villa game. What he might not start is the Brentford away game and then come back for the Manchester United game. It might be something like that. But yeah, no one should be guaranteed a place in this team. You know, outward players, but you know, it's like, it's just one of those things. It's let's hope it continues. You know, it's not one of these things that he gets tagged with that he can only do it against certain teams. Do you know what I mean? And maybe that's what I keep saying to people is like, have your own unbiased opinion about Mounts. Don't let any Mount hypes
and this is what I was gonna say. If they keep the same energy with Foden, then you're gonna have uncomfortable conversations about him because who the hell has he been scoring past? Look, I'm talking about last season, the time.
Last season,
that's what I mean.
Like, he's got a hat-trick
against Hatchet.
The thing is though, like if you have the same energy for Mount, if you have it for other players, there's lots of uncomfortable conversations. Lots, and I'm telling you.
Unless he's like a player in his prime and everything, I don't compare players in their prime and world-class players to players who are 20, 22, 23 in, you know, like trying to get into the prime. But yeah, I agree.
Which is absolutely fair.
You just gotta let the players that are 23 and that just play the way they want to play.
I'm not gonna try to compare Mason Mount to Kevin De Bruyne, even Bruno. I know Bruno's had a shocking season last season, but I wouldn't even compare to his players.
Bruno,
like you guys, go ahead, Daniel.
I just don't rate Bruno, man, at all.
He's a hit or miss player. He's a hit or miss player.
He's the
people compared him to Lampard, man. People compared him to Lampard.
Oh God, Jesus! Oh my days. Anyways, just like these deluded Man United fans saying Dalot is a better fucking right back than James. Get the fuck out of here, please.
Bro,
My brother has been saying
that tried to sneak in Wan-Bissaka into the Trent and James convo.
That is ridiculous. Andrew, I actually did see that. It was absolutely ridiculous that I'm seeing Man United fans say that.
Yeah, they say it to me in person. I've had a couple of United fans.
How is that even possible? Like, how
it's because he's having a really good season. It's, he's having a really good season. Well, I say to them.
Where's his goals? Where's his assists?
Yeah, I say to him, Reece James has. Well, they probably have more than us at Navy.
Do they?
But I think Reece James has been solid defensively if you watch him and is attacking goals and assists, and he has a worse attack to play with in general.
Hey, do you want to know something, Seamus?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Reece James got another clean sheet today.
He did.
Oh yeah, technically he did.
Why did I get my 6 points, man?
He came on like in the 70th minute. Came in the 70th minute.
Yeah. It's just a very solid player.
Crazy
I
stat.
appreciate
he ain't
it.
lost in 90 minutes when Chalobah started.
Wait, what?
He ain't lost in 90 minutes when he started. Chalobah.
No, yeah, Thiago. Well, just Thiago, man. You need him in your team.
Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
Thiago Silva's fucking. I
but
love this guy. I wish he
talk
could
about Pulisic.
But wait, before we go on about Pulisic, one thing I wanted to add on to what you guys were saying about Mason and just these kids being, you know, the age they're at. I think the biggest issue with like Mason and where the criticism comes from, and we say this over and over and over again. We've said it here multiple times, but it's just reiterating the same thing. I think a lot of it is the fans putting them on such high pedestals in which it causes that divisiveness in the fan base of like, Oh, because we're humbling Mason, because we're saying he's not De Bruyne. Oh, we're haters, and now we criticize Mason. It's like, that's not the point. We give Mason his flowers when he deserves it. Like today, he's played a great game, got 2 open play assists.
Yeah,
like that's another thing to point out. Like, we clearly point out they're open play assists. They're good assists. They're not these corner assists. That cross, I don't know if anyone saw the TikTok that someone took of Mason Mount's assists. That cross was beautiful. The effect that had was a beautiful cross from Mason Mount. And then the second goal, the second assist, another really well placed through ball. So we give him the flowers when he deserves it, but we can't be sitting here when we're losing to Salzburg or losing to I'm sorry, not Salzburg, Zagreb, saying, oh, he was man of the match, or blaming everyone else but Mason.
What's the score of Leeds game? We did badly against them, didn't we?
3-0.
We lost 3-0 again.
Yeah, I missed that because I wasn't home.
Yeah, you were away, and when you left is when everything capitulated. Tuchel got sacked. It was all your fault, Chris, pretty much.
Yeah, we watched it. We on Southampton
It was all
City. We
Chris's
watched
fault.
It was awful.
Yeah. So it was just like, criticize him when he plays bad, and then give him his flowers when he plays well. And this is what we do here at Casually FC. We're very fair, and we're not biased. Like, you know, or I try not to be biased. So
Unless
that
you
is
get
what it is.
Except when it
to
comes to
conversation.
Except when it comes to Havertz.
Oh,
Exactly,
yeah,
Danny.
yeah.
You call me out. But anyways, so let's go and talk about Pulisic. Look, Pulisic, great game today. I'm not going to sit here and slander him. Yeah, I could look at it through a magnifying glass and criticize certain parts of the game. Sure, whatever. Maybe some of the headers should have been better that he had. He had some other opportunities to score that he didn't take advantage of. But at the end of the day, he did exactly what I asked. Put in the effort, be present in the game, go in for the tackles, all the stuff. Be in the game, be involved in the game. And then when he had the opportunity to score from that through ball from Mason, we saw the quality. He even had that, he almost scored like he did against, no, he didn't actually score that. The goal that Gallagher had, the long distance shot, Pulisic made that same exact run, and he almost scored from that run. Yeah. So I love to see it. This is the type of Pulisic that I want to see. And especially in games today where we're not playing Sterling, where you get your opportunity, Sterling gets rested. This is what you need to do, Pulisic, in order to make your way back into the team, back into the squad. And deservedly so. Like, now there's stiff competition in this team for him to play. And now you're giving Potter a headache. So overall, guys, like, I don't know your thoughts on Pulisic. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Anyone. Grab that mic. Whoever wants to. Here, I'll pass it over, guys.
LeBron James of soccer, man.
Everyone did not want to talk. Jesus.
Sorry, I was
The
doing some
agenda
work.
is real, man. He's American. I'm joking.
Oh.
I think with Pulisic,
Chris and Hassan, yeah.
Well, yeah. If you want me to talk first, I can talk first. Like, I thought he's okay. I thought he's pretty decent. Like, I don't think he's like too special, but you know, I think this goes to, like, you know, what he's been saying as well, like how he should be always starting. He needs to show, like, either if he's like, you know, get goals or assists for attack, like when he plays left wing or whatever, helps the team, be effective and all that. Like, I thought he was effective today. You know, he did help us get a goal. We didn't really need it so much, obviously, since we won 3-0. But yeah, I thought he had a decent game. I don't think he's too special. I just thought he had a good game. I guess it's a lot better than normal, you know. Lately,
yeah, I think that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, I think he's definitely shown improvement from lately. Like, I would say that, but I don't think he's too special. But yeah, I just thought he's good. If I'm being honest with myself, I think.
All right, fair enough. Hassan, what are your thoughts on Pulisic's performance today?
I'm not gonna lie, he actually had a decent game today. Besides all the agendas and stuff like that, I feel like with our attack, right, including Pulisic, the bar was so low today. Like, I thought he was going to have another stinker, but then he actually scored a pretty good goal. I just expect more of that from our attackers and more from Pulisic. Like, if he could, well, besides the whole book situation stuff, I think the only way he could redeem the fans or bring back this little Pulisic high if he can stop performing again like he did today. And yeah, I mean, with no agendas, no nothing, like, and not calling these players a fraud, he did okay today. And he scored the goal, which is the most important part of being an attacker like Pulisic.
All right, fair enough. Daniel and Andrew, you guys are watching the game together. Overall thoughts on Pulisic? To be fair, actually, let's just put this out there. Do you think now he puts up more of an argument to start more often than and give Sterling more rest more frequently now with the upcoming lineups and the games, the fixture schedule, whatever?
I think it all depends on how he performs when he next starts, what impact he has.
Because I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to start over Sterling next game. Obviously, for Milan, I think we got to start Sterling.
He's never starting over Sterling unless Sterling's rested or injured. So he's never actually going to start over him, let's be honest. I thought, based on today's game, like I said earlier, the thing was that he looked, his movement looked different. He looked like he wanted to be more involved in his previous appearances, and even his teammates looked like they were trying to get him more involved as well, searching for him on the left, crossing it in, stuff like that. Well, it was a good performance and topped up with a goal. Can't ask for really much more than that. Yeah, but let's see how it goes. Let's see when's his next appearance. I mean, I presume he'll be on the bench on Tuesday. Let's see if he comes on and see what impact he has then. You know, does he then, depending on what happens on Tuesday, does he fall into the manager's mind for the Villa game or the games that are coming up? Because he's going to rotate again as a manager because he just has to. So, listen, just like I say, just anyone who comes on or rotated in, you've got to perform well and take your chances. And so,
I can actually see Potter trying to play him in the Villa game as the next Premier League game we have. Okay. So I can definitely see that there being rotation save, because right now, although we did just get a victory in the Champions League, it's not set in stone yet. We could still drop the ball against Milan. We are going to be going over to what's the stadium called? Oh my days. Yeah, we are going to be going over to the San Siro. It is going to be a different environment. We don't know how that's going to affect these players' mentality. I do think we're going to stick with Sterling because we do need a result. Aubameyang and Sterling are definitely going to be playing that game. We do need a result. Speaking of Sterling, of Aubameyang too, like I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I feel like and I'm not saying we needed to. Obviously, we didn't. We won 3-0. I feel like if we played Aubameyang today, we probably would have clattered the team. Not gonna lie, we probably would have won like 6-0, 7-0. Like there was a lot of opportunities and chances created today, which is another thing I really liked seeing about the team and the attack today, especially considering it wasn't even our best attack. We're talking Pulisic, Havertz, there, who both of them have been in very questionable form, and Mason as well. But Mason last game played really well. So I don't know. Do you guys feel the same way with Aubameyang? Do you think we could have probably like pummeled them like much more if we had Aubameyang up there?
I was going to say, I think we might have scored 1 or 2 more extra, but I don't think we'd score as much. I think we'll probably miss the 1 or 2, but I feel like the one where I think it was Havertz, where he turned around and shot it straight at the keeper, I feel like he would have scored that one. And that other one where they were cutting inside, I feel like he would have scored at least 1 to 2. We would have definitely scored about 4 or 5 total with him, but I wouldn't say clatter. I think we'd still miss 1 or 2 chances.
Yeah. All right. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Andrew, did you want to add on to that?
I don't know if we would have,
All right. Fair enough. It's just
I don't know.
Just an idea. It's just things that I think about while I'm watching my Chelsea team. That's all.
Want to see lots of goals, maybe.
I do love the goals, and to be honest, Aubameyang, with the amount of opportunity he's been getting, he's been scoring. He doesn't get many opportunities, but when he does get the opportunity, he's been scoring, and I love to see that. Like, that's why I can't really complain much about Aubameyang. I know people say that he's not as involved in the game. He's not like a false, he's just not that involved in the game. He gets isolated up there. I would argue that he actually does get more involved in the game. He's more involved than Romelu, I would say, easily. He does link up with Mason. We've seen it. That offside goal with Milan. You see him connect with Sterling all the time. He does drop a little. So to be honest, for the 2 years that we have Aubameyang,
Just to-
I'm actually really happy with him.
This game, Kane got hit and his Achilles. Now he's walked off, but they've just substituted Harry Kane. He got a whack on the Achilles in this game. So. I think he'll be
I'm
okay.
gonna have to keep an eye on that.
Taking him off for precaution. So.
Okay. I'm
Did you
gonna have to keep an eye on it.
Steve, like Scooby Doo. Did you go rut
Yes, I did. I did go rut row like Scooby Doo.
Speaking of Aubameyang,
Hey,
Marshall, did you see that fake news that came out today?
Which one?
The one that he said he's negotiating with PSG.
Wait, who is negotiating with PSG?
Aubameyang.
Apparently Aubameyang, which is fake news. I've just researched it and that's why I asked you. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
No, I'm glad I didn't see it. I have fake news censorship over on my end, right, real Chris? Anyways, let's finish off on Armando Broja. This kid came on, and he finally gets his goal this season for Chelsea. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that was a brilliant goal, an absolute brilliant goal. Basically, got the ball from Kovacic and made the run, the dribble, and hit the post right, slotted it right in. I could not have asked for a better goal to open the season up for Armando Broja. Are you guys happy Armando finally scored? I mean, I'm sure you are, but
yeah,
I mean, he's done justice, man. He just needs to start, and that's the problem. We've not seen him start, and that goal hopefully should put him. I would say against Milan, I think we'll probably go full strength, but I feel like the next league game he should start.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, who would you bench to start him? Havertz?
I think Havertz or Aubameyang or whoever it is up front.
Well, Aubameyang's gonna get rest, so it's he didn't start today, even though Aubameyang didn't start. But I would say, yeah. Although Havertz got a goal again, I mean, I don't know. I can't criticize too much, but I feel like when I see Broja play, I feel like he brings more energy and dynamic playability. Dynamicism? Is that even a word? I don't even know.
Dynamism.
Dynamism. Thank you. He brings more dynamism to the game. So I don't know if you guys agree with that, but Andrew or Daniel, what do you guys think on Broja's performance today?
I think he's a proper number 9 because he's got the size for it and the pace and the power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
I think sorry,
and his heading as well. I think he needs to improve on his heading because he's he's tall and he's supposed to be good at heading.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think he brings a different style, different presence, more physical presence than a Kai Havertz up there. I think he allows others to move around a lot more. He could do in the future, with just his presence there, sort of float off. But I like the way he took his goal today. I would have been fine with a tap-in, but the way he took his goal, took the ball, good touch on his left, then dragged it across in front of him, moved it onto his right, and then smashed it in. It was a very good goal. And it's scoring your first goal for your club is always good, but scoring it at home is probably better.
And the way he scored it too.
The way he scored, yeah. I mean, it was very good. It was very good, and it's something that's another plus tick in the column for today for Potter and everything like that. That he's able to, rest Aubameyang completely for the entire 90, and Havertz scored, Pulisic scored, and his substitute Broja scored. So it's been a very good day for everyone really at Chelsea. So
yeah, for Chelsea. Yeah, and I agree with Choon's comment here. Never afraid. Plenty of effort. Puts his shot on target with velocity. Yeah, these are the aspects of, and like what Daniel said, he's like a proper number 9. He plays differently. I think he's more of like getting behind a defender, kind of running behind a defender, kind of like almost like Timo, but in the sense a Timo that can shoot and probably dribble better. But I like how he plays. And in an ideal world, I would like to see how him and Havertz play together in the same lineup for a full 90 rather than, coming in as a sub. But I can't even complain right now because we have Aubameyang and Sterling who are scoring goals right now. And that's what we want. We want this team to score goals. Today was a fine example of how we should be playing every single game. Scoring goals from the attacking. Honestly, our attack actually worked today. It was crazy. It's almost like we got we were a program where we got that patch, and that patch fixed up all the errors and stuff. So it was nice to see that our attack is finally doing what we wanted them to do for so long. Hassan, what were you gonna say?
If we can unlock the raw potential that we see in the Broja's shooting, right? We're gonna see one of the most lethal strikers we've probably seen in ages at Chelsea. I feel like he could go right to the very top, man. But it's just whether or not he puts his head down and tries to work hard to get into the team. Because his finishing is lethal for a teenager.
Yeah. And I think he is working hard to get into the team. One last thing before we end stream is just a little standing ovation for our old man who played for Spurs. Just Diego Costa, well deserved. Just gonna go ahead and put that out there. What was that?
Equalised last second.
Oh my days, I just missed it looking away.
They're celebrating like crazy.
Diego Costa missed the goal. I was watching it here in the background.
What's that fan celebrating? He's got his
Dortmund just drew 2-2 to Bayern, ladies and gents, and they are going nuts.
Bayern do get played sometimes as well.
It's because they usually get baptized by Bayern every season.
I know, no Lewandowski.
Yeah, they do. Bellingham assist, I think.
It's a huge miss, that is.
Bellingham had a cross in there.
I think that's a huge miss for Bayern Munich, Lewandowski.
Yeah, but Dortmund lost Haaland as well. Like it's,
I think it's a huge miss for Bayern, but at the same time, I think the manager just hasn't been playing them that well, and that defense for Bayern has not been very fantastic now.
But Dortmund always find someone else out of nowhere, Chris.
No, no, they got a great scouting and everything. They get brilliant players all the time. So yeah. They find someone new, and they're still for a lot of money. We should get there.
Oliver Kahn is not happy. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to that Diego Costa standing ovation. I love to see it. It was great to see. He did deserve it. It's great to see that the fans don't forget how. I think part of it is that also we're currently where we were. And hopefully it stays that way. We were currently in a phase of Chelsea where our attackers were not scoring. So to see one of our attackers that actually did score goals is just such a beautiful. It's like a white horse coming up the hill. You know what I'm saying? The sunset's right behind it, and it's glowing. It's like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, It's like, oh my God, Costa, you used to score goals for us. It's like a knight in shining armor almost. But it was beautiful to see the standing ovation. I don't know if you guys agreed or Real Chris obviously disagrees, but I think most of us here were happy to see Costa.
You didn't contact
dude.
It's a mutual thing.
Text, man.
Yeah. Conte did it before Costa did to him. There's a battle of who does it first.
I guess, but I think everyone here, for the most part, even you, Chris, can admit you're happy for Costa.
I love Costa.
Yeah,
he's like one favorite. It's like, Costa.
Chris, you don't want to admit it, but when the standing ovation happened, you also stood up and clapped, and you just had your mic muted on Discord. You didn't want us to hear it.
Yeah, I definitely clapped.
Yeah, you don't want to admit it. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit all the icons, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you thought about the game. And until then, stay casual. Catch you again tomorrow for Casually Chelsea's show.